us that day. My eyes were open to the fact, and so was Nina's, that our marriage of 8 years was identical to my parents'. I'm about 88% of the problem. She felt I was about 94% of the problem. And we still argue about that, but that's okay. Previous to that, my dad passing away, I had a strong men's ministry over in Silicon Valley as an extension of Santa Cruz Bible. And I would put 4 and 5 men together in groups and raise up a group leader. I'd print out the book of Matthew, and we'd do a chapter a week. We'd spend 30 minutes in Scripture, 30 minutes praying, and 30 minutes of sharing our struggles and pain and what we need to work on. And for 5 years, I literally saw men's lives transformed to be more like Christ, to be a better husband and a better father. But at this point in time, facing what I was facing, I had to get off the treadmill. I needed to be a participant, not a group leader. God brought me into a small men's group. We met every morning, Thursday at 6 o'clock. These 4 particular men have a special place in my heart. I never had a hero. I have 4 heroes now. And for about 1.5 years, they invited me in as a participant. They were very well scriptured. They had a lot of wisdom amongst themselves. I explained to them where I'm at in my marriage and where I'm at with God, and I want to work through some issues. At the end of about 1 year, we came to the realization that I had some core issues I needed to change if I didn't want my wife to end up like my mom. It was a very sad day when I realized that my wife was going to end up like my mom. And I just didn't want that to happen. One of my core issues is that I never said to my wife, "I love you." And I know that sounds so simple to some of you. I could never produce those 3 words to my wife. And her number one language of love is verbal affirmation, and I couldn't deliver it. The reason I couldn't deliver it is because if I say I love you, that means I need you. And with a prideful upbringing, those two don't work together. And I came home that morning and sat down with my wife, and I said, "Nina, I realize now where my problem is, and I'm going to need some patience and understanding, and can we work through this?" And she did, and I can't tell you how great our marriage is today. It was pretty bad, and we had some really rough times, and we wanted to quit. And a lot of prayer, a lot of people praying for us. And I can sit now with my wife and look her in the eyes and say, "Nina, I love you." And I can say, "I need you." We have 2 boys. They'll be 2 and 4 next month. My older boy's name is Jordan. And I can sit with him at least once a week in the yard, bring him over and get on my knees and look him in the eyes and say, "Jordan, I want you to know how much I love you." And when we have bad days especially, I can say, "Jordan, no matter how bad today was, I love you the same." And sometimes I do things wrong with my son. And I have to go over and get on my knees and say, "Jordan, I disciplined you the other day, and I'm sorry because I was wrong. It was your brother." And I have to say, "Jordan, can you please forgive me?" And he says, "Yes, Pop." And Nina and I will spend quite a bit of time with the 2 of them, telling them how happy we are to have them in our life and how happy we are to be their mom and dad. And it brings such joy and peace to know that when you can see your boys lay their head down each night on their pillow, that they're not guessing whether or not mom and dad loves them, whether or not they performed enough today to be accepted in the family. Nina and I grew up in our families never hearing "I love you," never having a hug, never "I am sorry." We didn't know what unconditional love and what unconditional acceptance is. A little voice came into my mind not too long ago, and God said, "You've never said I love you to me."